I've had this goal for a while now to explore as many Florida springs as possible. They always say the best outdoor adventures can be found out west, but here in the southeast, there are so many treasures many don't even know about. Come, see for yourself. Take a dip into that water, that clear blue natural water that springs up from the ground, and you might just want to set the same goal I did. So we are at Ginnie Springs campgrounds. Gonna be camping for the weekend. Got a special guest, special friends here. Brad from Overlandaroos is hanging out. Gonna be a really awesome weekend, man. I'm so excited. Hit the water, go kayaking, go snorkeling, do a lot of cool stuff. So it is ridiculously hot here right now. It's about 93 degrees. One of the things that we always have to struggle with when you're overlanding and camping during summertime is the heat. And a lot of stuff out there on how to keep warm during the winter, but there's not a lot out there to keep cool during the summer. And I have a couple of things we're going to be reviewing while we're on this trip on how we're going to get things cooled down. To my right, I have the SetPower Smartelle fan. It is a cordless fan. You basically just charge it up and you don't need any kind of power supply. Right now it's at full power, so we will see if it's going to be able to last us for the next couple of days. And then to the left, because we're at a site that has electrical, I finally get to try my Zero Breeze. It's tough if you don't have electrical at a site because that means you're going to have to rely on either their batteries, which run about $600 to $800, I believe, per battery, which would cost about the same amount as the unit itself, or you can plug it up to a Jackery or Go Zero or something like that, but then now you're depleting your power bank there as well, which is why I haven't really taken this out. It just makes it hard, but I know that it's going to give us really, really cool air. And since we have electric at the site, I can go ahead and get this set up, and I'll show you exactly where I'm going to put it on the tent. Hopefully it'll keep it nice and cool in there. Got the Zero Breeze kind of just sitting on my roof, and then I have the hose going into the tent, versus we could put that inside the tent, but then I still need to vent out the back. Having it this way, then I don't have to bring those humongous vents and just leave this out and the hose going in. The setup of this looks pretty simple enough. I haven't gone through the instructions yet, but I don't think it's really necessary. Everything is pretty much labeled correctly here. You have your power button there, turns it on and off, and then you have your plus and minus, and that will allow you to set how much power you want, obviously from the lowest all the way to the highest. Then you have a fan button here, and I'm guessing this is for a regular fan. Then you have a rocket button, which I'm guessing if you want to do turbo speed or whatever to get it really cold quickly, that's that button. Then you have like a button with a snowflake icon on it, which I'm guessing that's for AC. Then you have a moon button, I guess that's for sleep because there's a little Z above that. Then you have a button for a light, and that's pretty much it. It also comes with a remote control so that if we want to control this from inside the tent without having to dig out here, we can definitely do that as well. All right, so I've been letting the Zero Breeze kind of run in the tent for a little bit now, and I am excited to see if it's cooled down inside. There it is right there. Oh, it's nice. This is awesome. Always going to be bringing this out with me. Granted that we have some sort of electrical power to power this thing up, but right now it is feeling great in here. I got Brad over here, who is responsible for dinner tonight, which is a good thing because I've had a stuffy nose all day, man. Like these allergies are killing me. Woke up today and had it, and so I don't really want to be sneezing and, you know, dripping mucus all over the food. What are you making?
So we're gonna keep it really simple, really easy. We're gonna do some bratwurst, do some onions and peppers, maybe throw some beer in there, make it all. Make it all.
Take two.
Woo! All right, so it's gonna be really simple, really easy. It's just a meal that we can all kind of hang out and chat it up while we're eating. It's some bratwurst, some onions, some peppers, throw some beer in there, have some fun with that, and some mac and cheese for the girls.
Morning. Morning. Good morning, bro.
Hey, good morning. Just in time for the sizzling bacon. Oh yeah.
This is my friend Nathan. He is the godfather of my child. Very good friend of mine from Australia.
G'day mate. Gonna put a couple of pieces of bacon on the fire.
Australians are known for overlanding, and yet this guy, he said, screw that. And he
Mate, we do underlanding over here.
So there's like a shit ton of flies over here, and I'll tell you why. Because this campsite is not necessarily like the cleanest, and that's not really on the staff. They could be short-staffed or whatever, but all these people that are just leaving bottles and paper towels and utensils on the ground, like especially on an actual official site like this one, where there are, you know, dumping stations all throughout the site. You can easily put all your garbage into a bag and then take it to one of the dumpsters over here and get rid of it. Like, how hard is that? Unfortunately, that's not what's happening here. We got people nailing stuff to trees and hanging their garbage off that. There's like stuff that's being put inside tree trunks. I mean, it's pretty gross. Do better. Do better. We're over here, and then we could pick up the paddle boards here. We'd paddle upstream, and then turn around, paddle back down, then drop the kayaks off again. You want to talk about staying cool? Forget the AC, forget the fans.
Go to higher humidity, but cold humidity.
We're about to rent one of these kayaks, go down the Springs. That is the way to keep cool when it's hot outside, because now we're back in the heat. Speaking of which, I've had this SetPower Smartelle fan running for about an hour now. It's at 80%, and we've kind of just faced it towards the kitchen prep area to keep us cool. Working really good. I mean, there's not much I can really say about a fan. I did do a full review on this, so if you want to go check it out, check out my previous videos, and you'll be able to see what I've talked about when it comes to this.
The Smartelle fan, hey, buy this one, okay? Whatever to the rest of them, this is the one you need, okay? This has been going since last year.
Today on the cooking show, we're just going to be doing some nice...
This fan, no cords. You know what no cords means? It means that I can get the fan going and make my sandwich at the same time. That was sent to him to review, and I'm reviewing it for him, the other person. So we're reviewing it everybody, and that's what this is all about. The only beer that you'll ever need, okay? Right here, okay, mate? Mate, forget about the blue moon, the red sun, whatever you got over there, ginger beer. Forget that, mate. Foster's.
Where in Australia did you actually grow up?
Oh, I grew up in Australia, in a little place called
Sandwich.
Yeah, I was born in Queensland. Okay, you're in my shot, so out of the way, mate. Okay. Oh, I grew up in a place called Gold Coast. A little place called Southport near the Gold Coast. It's like the Miami of Australia.
Dad, I'm like making
He's got his own accent too.
I'm making a movie here, and look, like all these extras, you know, you got your citizenship, okay, now go. You know what I mean? Like, you got your citizenship in Australia, you're double citizen, okay? America, Australia, pick a pace, you know, that you want to live, and then go, and now let me do my video.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
Alright, so tonight we're making some skirt steak. I normally don't get this fancy when we go camping, but we got a lot of people hanging out, chilling. So Jessica marinated some skirt steak, which her marinade is just amazing. And we got rice cooking, got some vegetables being made over there. Yeah, should be a good meal tonight.
Bang.
No.
Good?
Perfect.
That's freaking awesome.
We got vegetables being made. Then, because we're Asian, we bring the big rice cooker, and since we have power, we're able to get our rice cooker going. Let me just do a double check to see if this fan still has power. And look at that, it's still going. 60% power on the Smartelle. So that's pretty good, because this is our last night. And then let's see. AC wise, it's still up there and it's running. So yeah, I'm loving our camp setup this time around. As much as we're bringing a bunch of stuff with us, and I hate to bring too much gear, we are doing pretty well. Alright, so I figured I would just come inside this tent right now to kind of do a little bit of a update on all the things that we are using to cool ourselves. It feels really nice inside this tent, you guys. I'm sitting here like, how come we've never used this thing before? Now, I've heard a lot of reviews before from other people that are like, well, Zero Breeze, you really have to point it to you for you to get any kind of cool air. Yeah, that's probably true. If I were to use this outside, I would have to directly blow it at me in order for me to even feel it. But in an enclosed environment like a rooftop tent or a trailer, that is clutch. I think it got down to maybe 70 degrees, which was impressive. to the point where I had to actually use blankets, which I loved because I was so comfy. It was one of the best night sleeps ever. And now summer camping is not so unbearable, especially when it gets really, really hot. They say there are two ways you could do this. You could have the unit on the outside and just put the tube to blow inside, or you can bring the whole unit inside. Don't use the tube at all, but just make sure that you are venting and using the hose on the other side to vent the air out. So you are going to need to vent it one way or the other. So I decided, I think the easiest way, so I don't have to bring those massive hoses to vent it out, is to just leave the zero breeze outside and then put the tube inside, and then it'll blow cold air in here. I think that's just the perfect setup for this thing. It's about 93 degrees outside, and in here this feels so good. I feel like I'm cheating at camping because it feels so nice.
This is.
I want you to eat it.
Just eat it.
Oh, just eat? Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh my god, you're gonna beat him?
You're just
Nice.
Good. Alright guys, last day. Pretty much just gonna make some coffee, cook some breakfast, finish packing all this stuff up, and we're gonna get going. Just a quick recap. This Smartelle fan over here by SetPower, we used it on and off. You know, you don't need it all the time, but every time we turned it on there was still juice, and I believe up until now there's still about 60% power. They say this thing will run for 32 hours. I don't know about all that. I didn't get a chance to keep it on for 32 hours because we were trying to conserve as best as we could considering how hot it was. Second thing is the zero breeze. I am never leaving my house and going summer camping without that thing again. Granted, we have electricity, because that still is the caveat for me, is that without electricity you're not really going to get a lot of run time. But that thing was great. It's been a champ. All night it would run, all day it would run, and just kept our tent nice and cool. Again, nothing makes you cooler than going down that river and hitting the springs and swimming in it. I think that was how hot it was out here. That was just the perfect thing. And outside of all this gear, really the most important thing is being around friends, family, all these good people that shared this time with us. I'm so glad they were here. If you like this video, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and also consider supporting us on Patreon so we can continue to make more content like this. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Baptism Overland. My name is Asia Sampson, and I will see you next time.
It will blow you
And
away.
It will blow you away. Not blow you like, but I mean blow.
All right, that's enough of that.